Yo, evening guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a self-therapeutic multimedia project that solves problems, challenges, obstacles in our lives. It goes through a simple process to reach our goals and visions, so we accept ourselves as well as those around us. If you like brief introduction, brief summary, so on and so forth, you can please check out the previous live stream. Right before this one, that was an ARP 966B, and that will cover everything. Right? So we're just going to dive into content right now. There's a Solve 11 override, so we're just going to skip above all the introductions. We've got quite a bit of stuff to cover once again. This is the second of 3 live streams today. Let's start off with phase 2, more digital, abstract stuff with storytelling, as opposed to phase 3 later on in the stream, which covers the more physical, material side of life. Okay, as usual, phase 2 starts with storytelling, commentary, photography, screenshots about life, domains of life like finance, money, groceries, so on and so forth, cleaning essentials, materials, equipment, and blah blah blah. And then after that, why don't we just get started here actually, so you can actually see what's here. Jeez, something just fell on the screen. Okay, so we're starting off with just a little this kind of thumbnail here. The highlighted circles here. This is sort of new tactic here. You see 4 of these here encircled with highlighted with these outlined yellow lining. Is just the kind of content we want to cover in this particular live stream, phase 2 of this live stream. So we're going to start off with those 4 mass collages, which is about 120 different items on the screen. 120 different items, photography items, roughly, give or take. And so we begin. Okay, on the bottom, just trying to recall the title. I can't remember. What is the title, guys? Tell me what the title is. Oh god, what a mess. Something along the lines of essentials, right? Private, yeah, that's what it's got to do with money essentials, and that's why everything here is kind of private. So you can see at the very bottom right left hand corner, we see some Joe Stacy Travel Trail Mix, Keto Diet, as well as Indulgence Mix, bought as a gift item from my colleagues at the workplace, who once again just kind of a little bit of celebration after 4 years. Not really, more like a thank you, a big thank you, a show of appreciation for having been able to work through with me over some of these challenges. Over here, it's not exactly the right way to do it, but that's the best I can do. Over here, we also have the very bottom here, we have some stuff having to do with some leather jeans and so on and so forth. Not leather jeans, denim jeans, so gray jeans. I've been searching for these for a while now, since they went away off stock by about like 3 years ago. Over here on the right hand corner, you can see the different size and so on and so forth. So there's a little bit of scouting out, and then there's carpenter's jeans as well, right there. So that's got to do with clothing. I didn't buy anything there though. Okay, so we're gonna pull it there. It's just a scan. Now we're moving up here on the side here. Like I said, carpenter denim. And then the Kinder Surprise at the very bottom. That's very, very important, I would say. This is something I bought for one of my colleagues' granddaughter. So happy birthday. I won't say exactly which age, but between like 5 through 10. A Kinder Surprise little toy for them. Let's scoot down from the bottom left. You can still see I'm still at Walmart here with the purchases. But then now we move on to Dollarama, and you see there's fruit to go, orange mango drinks, as well as on the right hand side corner we have some stuff having to do with the cards that I purchased for them. So big thank you cards, with a mouse and a rat, the little mouse there, and kind of sweet on the inside, little message right there, happy birthday with love. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and you can see that it's, of course, the reason why this is important. The 120 different items you can see here is because there's a receipt here, and I'm just going to leave it there for a moment there for it to be processed, and that's it. Okay, so that's one down. The next one, kind of mass one right here. So we have the next collage. We have, it seems, some comments over what though? It's a big curiosity thing here. Cells at work. So this has to do with University of Cambridge. So we're talking biology and academia. So specifically immunology. So by the killer T cells killer T cells killing cancer cells in the body. Seek and destroy, and then the comments underneath that video dragged up about, I think it was like 15 million at least. Basically the video went viral. Left right hand side here we have this the media asset with the voice recording. Most likely had to do with my domestic guardian speaking to me about wanting to purchase some of the business products, which is NutriMeal. And it's a complete meal powdered shake, which is good for specifically when they don't have time at the workplace. My biological mother's got a job as reception, and you know how it is. Customers come in, you can barely grab a bite, so you just gotta drink your meal. It's not ideal, but that's a solution. If you can't eat like solid food because you have to keep going and being interrupted, then you might as well just drink some. Right hand side here, we have some stuff having to do with news. So accuses China ex-vice president of something assault, and then on the right, further right, who aided Trump, Russia, something lying. Again, politics, U.S. and China, back and forth they go. Things about how just people helping China. And here's one with the Russian probe, and it's like it's not the most positive stuff. I'll leave to you what you think about that. You can just find these articles at MSN. They just happened to pop my feed, and that's why they took up time, which I have to cover here. Another thing that was done, there's some food there on the very bottom, left, right. You see snake beans, carrots, cooked up from my domestic gardens, and next to it is this apple crisp, Alfari and Sons apple crisp. So again, class 2 items from my domestic guardians, my biological father and mother, who are used to being ex-narcissists, like heavy narcissism. So thank you very much for the food. I much appreciate that, of course. And you always have to do this. You never know. Your parents can die the next day. Just gotta be appreciative of what they've tried to do for you, even if sometimes it's inadequate. In many cases, it's very inadequate, but you still have to appreciate the bare basics: food, shelter, warmth. Man, that is a lot to ask for. Even being born in a first world country, you're super ass lucky, right? Next to that, we also have these like meatballs in the same line with those. So like I said, apple crisp, apple pie, but also the spaghetti meatballs too, snake beans. So it's a meal from my domestic garden. So class 2, and thank you very much. Some food I received that has some insecurities and that. Left hand side panel, the Danchenko part of Special Council of whatever. FBI, but yeah, that's just the news again. So what I'm going to do now is going to zoom this one out. And like I said, this one's also keeping in line with the title, Urgent Private Cash Transactions. You can see once again there's receipts on the bottom, which I'm not too fond of, and that's not supposed to be showcased on the stream, so that's basically why I have to cover it like this way, discreetly. And of course you see once again Joe City Travels, as well as Joe City Travel Story brand, a keto dietgenic walnut nut cluster kind of thing, as well as indulgent mix purchased for my colleagues at the workplace. So we are done with 2, and what I can do now is start off with the next. Now this is particularly important as well, because this is once again going to Dollarama, and we got these cards, a continuation of these cards right here. We got this granddaughter. It means so much to be a part of your life, and so on and so forth. And we have a good variety of these from Dollarama. You can go to the shelving unit, just like took a picture of like 3-4 of them, but the main thing is most of these are just too intricate. It's not for a little child, which the granddaughter is only like 7 years old. She's not that old yet. So I decided not to buy anything of this, and I turned towards something else. I gotta mention there's also paper thread type cards there, which are for $4, so they're quite expensive. They're a new line of product, a new branding of cards at Dollarama, that's dollar store. So it's interesting because usually they sell cards for $1, and here are some special cards of higher quality. So a new line of products. So okay, just taking note of that. And then of course there are receipts again. So once again we have to zoom out, and then we go pan out, and there we go. Now there's some stuff here I gotta cover on the very bottom right, so we're gonna zoom in a little bit on that. You see how complicated this is? This is why I have to cover this stream in this particular fashion. Things I want to get rid of. So that was a receipt probably from Walmart. I think I purchased like 2 items. From Dollarama I purchased maybe 4 items. It's like a drink and like 2 cards, as well as a Kinder Surprise toy. From Walmart, so it was like for $5 to $10. So it had to do with money. This live stream is a lot of money and receipts and transactions, and the inventory and groceries that we got from it. Left hand side corner, you can see the food here. Ooh, from Walmart, and no frills actually. And from No Frills we bought like 10 items, so that probably cost about like $15 or so. It's very cheap for No Frills. You can see all these like snack food items are on sale. Indian snack food items. We got this new bag of chips I was testing out. It's like garlic garlic bread with cheese flavored potato chips. Not healthy at all. Absolutely devastating for my kidneys. 600 milligrams potassium, okay, but 300 grams sodium, bad. So get rid of that. Nice. We can get rid of that. What else do we have? This one is a big one. On the right hand side, there's too much. It's got some, again, information I shouldn't be showing. So at very top left, you see some stuff having to do with a photograph of me setting up the phone, the new phone. So it's like Google sign in as well as devices, how it works, so on and so forth. This is setting up the phone after I installed the SIM card myself into from the from like say A3 or A5 Galaxy over to like the A10 or whatever. Yeah, so then I have to log into the account and get everything set up. We also have a bunch of this food that we ate from our domestic gardens because we had like this celebration last week for my brother. Is like a home cooked meal, not home cooked, like purchased meal, takeout from a grocery store, the hot food section. So we got this rotisserie chicken as well as roast rotisserie chicken as well as pulled pork with green, red, orange, yellow bell peppers. Pulled pork, so it's like a lion's head they call it. And then we have all this salad here, basically like garden salad with cherry tomatoes and garden salad dressing, iceberg lettuce, a bunch of sauce, A1 sauce, sweet sour sauce, chicken noodle soup, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do is gonna pan over here and cover. You can see once again checking for updates. There's a phone right there, the new phone checking for updates, as well as all that kind of. There's the pulled pork. I mean, there's the chicken right there, like I said, as well as the sauce. So now I have to be careful, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Right, zoom out just a little bit by little, and I have to be careful, very careful here. Over here, open file. You can see you're connected to the Galaxy. So this is me trying to transfer certain items from like photographs or maybe just apps or data or like conversations from one phone to the next. And there's a Samsung kind of app to do that. So it's a smart switch. Now the reason I can't show you what continues after this is very important. It's actually got to do with Wi-Fi. So one of the residents, the landlords, came upstairs and they asked me what's going on with their phone. Had to do with that's one of the conversations, and sort of with their iPad can get into something like, I believe they were trying to use WeChat. So that's that, and I had to try to troubleshoot for them, but I realized that they need their PIN, their password, and I don't have that. I asked them, they have it, they don't know, they probably forgot. They're seniors, right? And they told me they don't know what I'm talking about in terms of password. So unfortunately, I can't help them with that. But one thing I did have to do, I had to go downstairs, so down to the kitchen shared with the landlord and tenants. And on the fridge, of course, is the Wi-Fi password and so on and so forth, and the network. So obviously, as I'm using the new phone, I had to update that, and that's why it's actually somewhere at the top right side, which is a prime reason for why I cannot show you that. Obviously, for privacy confidential reasons. Okay, just want to make sure. Yes, in fact, that's the Wi-Fi, so I cannot show that. Absolutely cannot. But you can see here, it has to do with call logs, phone, calendar. Now, the rest of the stuff that I can show is like setting up the phone, setting up your old device for quick setup, blah, 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 smart switch, and all that kind of jazz. So what I can do now is just kind of get rid of that, and good. Okay, so kind of gone through about 4 mass screenshots of stuff. What I'd like to do now at this point is we got about a minute left. Let's get up. Okay, so region G1 and region A 5 through 9. What can we cover here most immediately on the table desk? We got this here from the inside. I had to pull out from region A5 this control, this remote right here. And the backdrop, when I mentioned that this doesn't actually work. It's a dysfunctional, defective product. So I can toss out the remote. I want to take the battery out because I can use that. And I'm going to keep the battery by sticking it in here inside this package, and I'm going to toss out this remote control. So this can go down here for recyclables or whatever. And then we have all these paper napkins here. This one's from the Red Lobster that I'm going to talk about probably later on in future live streams. It's not a whole lot of time. There's also trash here. So yeah, that's it. Too bad. Well, we're going to end the live stream. See you in the next one, probably in about maybe an hour or so. Yeah, see you then.